Hello Gemini, welcome to Tarot Solar Sun Studio. I am Caro. This is going to be your 2024 yearly fortunes. It's a general reading, it's for the Gemini collective. So it may or may not resonate with everyone watching. That's why I recommend you to also check your other astrological associations that you think is working for you. I'm going to use several decks for this reading to see also what is really overlapping when it comes to the energy patterns. This time I felt like starting with this one. Normally I start with the fortune deck. I have literally the fortune deck with me. So we have the deaths, change and transformation. We have also the justice, another major arcana. Wow, another major arcana card. 3 major arcana cards in a row. This is definitely a big message, big changes. The first message that I am seeing here is if you have been through a restricting situation, if you have been through a restricting situation. The restriction here can come from a parental figure. It can come from a particular legal system or some rules, maybe obligations around the subject. Maybe from the very beginning you wanted to alter this and you wanted things to change for you. But now I think you are gonna find ease throughout 2024, which is putting you into also, with the full energy here, we are also looking at, you are like, it's like hitting the road to actualize yourself, releasing yourself from a restricting situation. Maybe some of you even will change countries here. It's also a migration card. Maybe you will be resettling, so there are many opportunities there. I also feel 2024 will make you realize that maybe in the previous year, 2023, you are seeing that you have already run out of options around some subject. Like your options around the subject has just finished, and the only way forward is now to create actually new option for yourself, which is going to eliminate actually what you have been maybe offered or recommended, or what was on paper. There is this release, and there is a particular I feel like you are in some kind of a jury, maybe in front of a jury, you are celebrating. This is a year that you will tell to yourself that I'm releasing this, I'm celebrating, hard times are over, now I am looking forward for new things. So we can say that if you have lost that enthusiasm for things in general, or if there is some type of a joy like faded in you due to the circumstances, I think you are going to renovate that. So this is really a good pattern I see. I mean, the change is definitely coming, and we have been like lingering and being stuck around many difficult energies, also bringing from 2023. There are things absolutely we want them to change, and I think you will have that change. And it's that feeling with the death energy. There is that part of our life, let's say, in which it was stuck with some maybe compartments with life. Something has died in that life, like really gone. And it's like we believe now in maybe also There can be some new also things you may be subjected as you pass through it. Again, you are coming to a advantageous position here. What you think you have, maybe you thought that you wouldn't live without something, but now that thing, I think, loses its importance and it is left behind, and there are things which works out differently for you this time. So we can say change is coming, get ready, don't be afraid of starting over or letting go of something that didn't work. With patience and determination, you are going to see things actually turning out good for you. Let me get this one here. I think we can say this newly found enthusiasm. This is a super freedom. If there has been some legal situations with regards to other people's resources or money, including inheritance or other financial situations, you may be also seeing some results. You are going to realize that you have this intense love of life and you like particular feelings. Some feelings really fit good on you and you are about to recatch them. There can be, of course, some also intense changes and transformations. Here it is going to be like a passage or a transition time that you can adapt to new realities there. In the place that you go or you arrive at, you do not want any enemy. You don't want to create any enemy, rival, opposition, or this daily grind, the competition, you know. It's like, to me, Gemini, I think one of the messages that I can tell is that you want to do things like on your own account. This is also something I'm strongly getting from this. Some situations may really remind you how you actually love life, living, and some sentiments. Okay, so we have the Hierophant's energy for you. This has come for a sign that I cannot remember. It says rules are not necessarily sacred, principles are. Now, this justice energy can represent that rule, of course. That you are somehow like you go through how do they say, there is this like scale, okay, like something will be filtered out for you there. It's like a filter, and the Fool in the end also, that, you know, innocence, that fresh feeling, let's say, in us, and it renews our hopes and dreams about life in general. So in your situation, whatever it takes, Gemini, something will be like filtered from your life, and it's going to give you that most purest sentiment that you can start something, let's say, fresh. Okay, there is something with regards to I will tell you something. I see some Geminis, maybe if you have brought some kind of a illness from a previous year and if you have been fighting with a particular illness or anything in that nature. I see you here doing great with health. It's like there is a strong immune system you are developing, and it's like some resistance to illness can actually grow. This is a Taurus card. Taurus is, you know, resistance, this health, stability. So I also hear there is something with the appetite rising. There can be something in the level, your physical health will be important. I don't do health readings, by the way, but I am telling this for your in the context of well-being, okay? And if I see something, I give clues for it. If you need to start some kind of exercise, and if you are in this midlife, you know, or if you have some kind of you know, you want to, let's say, lose weight, it can be a very good time for you, because the quality of your daily life, nutrition, will definitely have amazing effects on your success. Maybe some Geminis may be growing their own food in a small garden. Maybe there is this farming land, the fool is maybe going towards it. I also see here some communion with things spiritual, enigmatic, some maybe clairvoyant experiences. There is this affinity in nature. I also get this strongly from this card, the Shepherd card. And you have the sixth house energy. You may find yourself fond of working outdoors, or there can be something with outdoors. This year is like, you know, Gemini is actually the eternal student in life, and also a teacher. Here there is some type of a feeling in you, you know, I have graduated from this now, but I can still be a student throughout life. So you become more observant of your circumstances. Maybe I see here like people accepting and admiring you with your great listening abilities, Gemini. I see here some Geminis getting interest maybe in botany, biology, or again growing plants, something with garden, maybe animals, large or small. Maybe there is something with animal husbandry. Like you, your soul here wants to educate itself. There can be also education in the employment level. Maybe you need to get some training for something. Or if you are an employer, you can be the also employer. You maybe give jobs to people there. You have this very selective energy, because maybe for the people you need to pick needs to be very there needs to be some refined elements there. There is something if you are like teaching, if you are giving counsel, if you are in, you know, if you are in the business of service, there is this enrichment happening, okay? And anything which has been difficult in 2023 for you around these subjects will get some highlight and uplifts. I feel here your performance also matter. That's why also you will need your physical health here. I think you can be in a place where you have this very, if you change job, there can be this new environment maybe with very caring and protective employees. When you prove yourself like to be loyal there, well, there can be paying well, you know, some generous practical ways maybe will be developed for you. There can be an element in your life in which the privacy, I mean, okay, of course there must be always respect to privacy, but there is something like I get this message of extra caution with privacy, extra respect. Okay, so this was one thing. Here you, some Geminis will mix the pleasure with business. Like there will be something, yes, like a job, but it may not feel like a job as well. So I see here some, it's like making, also creating income out of your hobbies kind of thing. If you are into an artistic profession that requires construction or design, you know, stability is so important actually. Like you got to create things which stands, you know, which needs to endure to the how do they say this, test of time, because we have the Taurus energy there. Some there can be also, we talk about this to be eternal student of life. There can be literally some academia subjects for you, like a new opening is really serving you in a way you are going to see the world and the things around you with fresh eyes. With fresh eyes, I do feel. What else? Like, if we can say, you know, things will be restored. Okay, it's, I think, like a restoration. You may be also leaving enemies and rivals behind. Like, if you have been like together with people that hasn't been well, treating you well with regards to attitude, I feel like these people will, I think, fade away from your life. Like, because Justice here is like, also represents someone's like this ethical compass or moral compass, let's say. But this is your moral, not everyone's moral. It's your scales, the boundaries that you put. The boundaries that you put. That's why I was talking about that privacy energy. So maybe some Geminis may want to also work on their personal boundaries, okay? Or there can be change of values, or something with the Death Tarot card energy is actually forcing you to change your judgment, ethical or moral, or there is going to be something with setting healthy boundaries, which is going to set you actually free. Because in the end, it's very important to understand our boundaries. The Justice here actually can be, yes, those boundaries, which are the limits that you set between yourself and also others. So they help you to define who you are and what you are willing to accept. Here, as we have the enemies card, you may recognize maybe some boundary violations. It can be feeling in your daily routine or work, like someone is crossing your limits. Of course, there can be a variety of ways for this. As you know, it can be physical touch, verbal abuse, manipulation, and things like that. You need to be very clear on your boundaries, okay? It's important to set clear boundaries with the person who is violating them. The Justice energy is also that. This is also to be prepared to say no, okay? And it's okay to say no, to request that you are uncomfortable with something and you do not want to do it. saying no is not selfish, okay? It's about respecting your own boundaries. And we don't make excuses to not to set a boundary, okay? So also sometimes it feels not to be afraid of walking away from something with the Fool. Like, if someone or something repeatedly violating your boundaries, it is definitely okay to walk away from this. It's not worth your time and energy to be in relationship with someone who does not respect you. So that's why I'm saying you, because there is an enemy card here, and even something feels good, and if something, though, I mean practical wise, but in the relational wise, if something you feel someone is crossing your boundaries, I think here you may also leave some things behind. Also, if you need, find support, please. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist if you have been struggling with boundaries. Because having support system can be definitely very helpful. It may bring a big difference. And of course, when others communicate their boundaries to us, we also need to respect that. There can be here some, with the Death Tarot card, I think I was talking about you are like finishing your options around the subject. Like, this beginning is very strong for me, to be honest, Gemini. Like, you know, it's those feelings you have really consumed all the emotions, and about a subject there is nothing you can explore that, and no options are available anymore. And at that time, justice can also indicate a very important decision to walk away from a subject. And your walking away can be a pure celebration, actually, deep down. It can be saying a heartfelt thanks, like thanks for all the fish, you know, like this dolphins saying to humans in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because you want to be happy. This is all you are seeking. Yes, and those boundaries subject can actually, or your relationship with the rules or with the law or what you are subjected to, like, it can be, of course, helping, it can be hindering for some of you watching. These are general readings, of course, but the celebration can also come when you have thrown over a trouble there. I think you will have also like this wide range of travel around something, like you will be free. You will be like very much freely moving from one place to another there. The storyboard card we have picked here is, oh, maybe this is the enemy figure you are walking away from. There is something like here a bomb, and he doesn't have a nice tongue. So this is a person who doesn't speak well, and telephone, gossips, and maybe this is the one who is crossing the boundaries, which is the enemy here. So this is the enemy card we have. But I think, yeah, the hard times are over. I mean, the abundance of happiness, it rises. This is a star card, and also the happiness is here. I think you will be very much fulfilled to leave something behind. So, but it's not going to be easy. Nobody is saying it's going to be easy. It just takes time. Your here willingness to move forward and getting out of an unwanted situation will be very important, I do feel. And you know what is the most beautiful thing in this reading is that the energy for that strong energy for the love of life, for living, is very strong in 2024. Like there is this desire of it's not about surviving capacity, it's about really living life. And this is really, and to the fullest, this is really what motivates you. There is going to be a lot of change when it comes to your daily routine, nutrition, service, for whom you work, or employers, employees, co-workers, schedule, you know. But the thing is that difficulties will be over, even it is a hard one. You will be very much set yourself free, and this is actually the moment I think the potentials arise. Some Geminis, I don't know if you have a family matter or if you have a family who is far away from you, you maybe also go to see your family. Maybe there can be some family issues. You may be also exercising your presence there, so you may be important figure at this moment. This is but maybe later in the year, okay, but just letting you know. And actually, in the Marcel deck, you see actually this is like an X-ray, and something comes in actually flesh. So it's like from lifelessness actually create life. Sometimes life feeds on other life. Actually, if you look at nature, plants, animals, doesn't matter, but we all eat each other, right? We consume, life consumes other life, right? We don't eat plastic, of course. In the end, life consumes other life. Here life has consumed something. The fool is the life. It has consumed something. It has been decided that for this process, and now it's like its second stage, second chances also. It's a very interesting reading to have, but I think there is definitely something sublime here. I hope you can find it insightful. Please, again, keep on mind, please. These are general readings. They are not going to resonate with everyone, but I hope it can give you still a perspective. If you would like to have a more private reading or a personal reading, please check the description box below to see how we run things in the channel. Thank you so much, Gemini, for your presence and tuning into this video. I will speak to you in the next readings. Happy New Year. Bye bye.